Hello, everybody. Asto-gravitational report for July 11th. Since the charts up here is those who follow at the energies, those who follow at the masculine energies, Mars right now is kind of like beginning to have the lead, going in there, the actions, the proper actions from, but the rest of the energy is going to be feel intense. Talking about that Mercury, Lilith, and the Sun is going to begin to oppose Pluto. The Moon right now is in Taurus, which is begins to square what is in Leo, and also we're talking about she's still squaring Pluto this time. And you may feel those intensity there, but since the Mercury is entering the first degree of Leo, be mindful about people be in this communication. So communications, they are not made from the internal deep visions within the personality. Because Mercury right now is squaring the North Node, is squaring the Moon, is squaring Jupiter, and it's opposing Pluto. So people who's not going to change, they're going to have aggravation talks, they're going to have issues, they're going to be having triggers, and situations there are going to be. So this is kind of like it's going to be working out that day, but if you're following your masculine energies, you're going to be okay because Mars is still in these beautiful divine energies with Pluto. He is okay with Chiron, he is okay with the North Node, and he is okay with his own emotions. And that is it, this action driven with patience, with a lot of patience, and the communications, they're going to be coming from the internal world because Neptune is retrograde in Pisces, deep from within us. What is a deep from within us? Is our own subconsciousness. So without other, going on, 8 o'clock midheaven is going to be together with the moon. That is going to be this intuitions that pouring the energies into the masculine, pouring this power. Mars is gonna be very fast. You're gonna be moving kind of like I had enough of this Leo's energies. I got enough of this fire. I need to cool off. I need to go ahead do something powerful. I need to go heal something. I need to get in these energies that I know what I need to do. And some of you taking those energies, you're gonna feel very great with this. If you're not, you not have not learned things inside. You may have to practice a lot of patience. But what's happening is that Mars is going too fast. You're gonna find out that Venus is gonna be going slow. So by July 22nd, when the Sun is gonna be entering Leo, Venus is gonna be turning retrograde, but Mars is already gonna be at the 7 degrees of Virgo. So we're talking about you may gonna feel like the masculine energies are speeding up. About 9 o'clock in the morning, this energies is gonna be good. Of this is gonna shows up like, okay, guys, here is the visions. Here's everything that you need to know, everything that you need to do. You grow. You got everything. The visions are coming from Neptune. The Pluto is supporting because the ascendant, the rising energies, they are coming right in the front of your eyes. You're not dealing with them yet. They have not done become your midheaven within. Those are going to be the energies that telling you follow only this. Everything else, don't worry about it. It's always going to be the way it's supposed to be. So midheaven is together with Uranus. Uranus is right now with trine with Pluto. Look at that growth within transformations. Otherwise, you're stopping, you're blocking, you're sitting in the same spot that you are, especially if you are within the relationships or you're blocking your feminine and masculine energies. You may have to learn the lessons because Saturn, it is opposing both Mars and Venus, and Uranus, it is squaring Mars and Venus at this time. Okay, so overall, the 10 and 11 o'clock, they're going to be pretty much okay. There's not going to be a lot of things going on. Talking about like 1 o'clock, midheaven is going to come together with the sun, and the sun is begin to oppose Pluto. The authority is like, oh, I'm not going to change. I'm not going to be doing this. I'm not going to get into this situations. That it's the wrong ego-based lower self authority inside of you guys. But if you're taking that energies from the internal visions that right now Neptune gives you in Pisces of the subconscious, Neptune is connecting with Pluto. They're very well dancing, Pluto and Neptune very well together right now, just so you can transform. You begin that transformations from deep inside of you, what it's inside of your internal world, okay, to go outwardly, to use that authority to transform. And most of the transformations is where? In the personal planet, which is that's what the moon, that's what the sun, and that's what Mars and Venus represents. But you have to learn these energies. And not the only way you learn it is, but what are you telling yourself? How are you telling yourself? It's from Mercury, the internal visions inside of you. Mercury is beautiful trines with Neptune as well. So as you see it, the Neptune, the internal visions, are the ones that are going to be helping us out. So at later on at 2 o'clock, midheaven is going to be exactly what I was talking about. You have to be kind of like looking at inside. What are you telling yourself? You're telling yourself the wrong things will happen. But you're telling the right things to yourself. You can passions from within. Those energies are going to be helping you with the divine energies inside of you. They're going to be perfect for you. You're not going to be worrying about all the rest of the situations. But as I said, be mindful about people coming up against you with their own fights. Okay, because Mercury on the front of the Leo and opposing Pluto, those are going to be a people who does not want to change. And there is nothing you can do about it if they don't want to change. That's not your business. That's what their internal parts is going to tell them. So at 3 o'clock, it's gonna be the energy is gonna be a little bit offset. But talking about the 4 o'clock energy, it's gonna be the midheaven connecting with Mars. The actions that you are going to do about this. Mars right now is in a beautiful trines with the North Node that it's also shifting. It's going in to the last degrees of Aries, but he's in the very first minute within Taurus. It's still kind of like at the last minute things that need to be aligned into the material world for a personal growth. That's what the North Node will do in Aries, personal growth by looking at within what I did in the past within the relationship. By relationship first with who? Within your own self. So this is gonna be an interesting timing. It's coming in interesting situations. At 6 o'clock, midheaven is gonna be at Libra. Talking about your personal relationship within yourself is gonna be reflecting the relationships and transformations you do with others. Midheaven, it's going to be at 6 degrees, still going to have some aspects with Mercury, and has a trine with Pluto and a divine energies with Saturn. The divine lessons inside of you about what are you looking at as divine? How you talk to yourself from your spirit. If your God was talking to you, what is right and what is wrong? What are you going to be judging or, I would say, justifying from within yourself about you? That is going to reflect the relationships with others. Interesting. Maybe some of you is going to have intense communications about this. Some of you is going to be choosing this authority. Specifically talking about 7 o'clock. There, this energy at midheaven is going to be squaring the sun. It's going to be squaring Pluto, and that intensified energy is going to be giving you like, hey, don't do this because there is a different energies are coming. And the different energies are coming because the ascendant, the rising energies, they're in divine energies with Mercury, they're in Lilith, they're in very beautiful trines with Venus and Mars. So remind you there is something you have to do in there. Okay, the relationship is art. Art of what? Art of love. And this is what is going to be the reminding because there is should be no authority there. But since the sun is still in a Cancer, that can affect situations in the family. If you have a family situations inside of you, look inside what you need to change. Because if you cannot change yourself, how your other person will change? But if you change yourself for good and the person doesn't change, then you have to think, you find different solutions. So at 8 o'clock, that is going to be the internal work of purge. This time, there's going to be some disintense energies because if midheaven goes into Scorpio, that is the purge. You be careful with the communications, please. I'm saying this again and again because Mercury is also squaring the North Node. Some of you with words, with situations, is going to be sabotaging their own destiny. But that also is a learning process, okay? But look inside of you again throughout the day. What do you tell yourself? Personal talk. So 9 o'clock, that energy is going to be first affecting the feminine, then it's going to be affecting the masculine energies there. But if you evolve within the divine energies, you're understanding. You've been there. You've been in the lower energies. You understand the lower energies, but you don't play with the lower energies because all you matter is the divine energies inside of you. And I had a very good talk today with Matthew about these masculine energies because as soon as they walked into Virgo, here is the result. It's coming. Masculine energies are coming and they are helping in there. So if that helps you and you follow it, the positive energies, here is the result. It's going to be towards you. So at 10 o'clock, the energy is going to be a little bit intense, but it's more important the energy of 11 o'clock. That is pretty much the time everyone goes to bed. There is going to be these divine energies between the Sun and Uranus because midheaven is in Sagittarius. That is the time when you can do your expressions of your emotions. This is going to be the time when you are doing this work. It's like, you know what, I did what I did and so on. But if you're blind and you fear and you're not seeing those energies that was deeply from your internal world, then you are going to be like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to be change. I see that it's pointless. Might as well, quit. Might as well do. Might as well this. Might as well that. And this is how it's called self-sabotage. But be mindful again about the communications from within yourself because Mercury opposing Pluto, especially when a Pluto is retrograde in there, you are actually suppressing communications within your own internal self. That will be reflecting the block of the communications with others. Hopefully this report helps you on your day, guys. Thank you so much for the new subscribers. If you have any questions or if you need some additional help, you can go ahead and contact me on the Facebook and see what we can do for you. Thank you guys for being here and be love. Look at the energies within patients. Before act, count till 10 and see maybe there is a different positions within your mind. Love you guys. Be love and peace.